Well guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is such an exciting day as the rest of the parts for the Hawkeye build have showed up. I've been waiting on these parts for so long, I honestly lost track of how long I've been waiting, and I did not know when they were showing up. I had no tracking, and then late last night, I got a package at the door and the parts arrived. In front of us here, I've done a few more things off camera. We have like the alternator plumbed up. Everything is buttoned up. All we need to do today is install our fuel rails, our injector, our downpipe, our fancy Goretti catback, and then we have a few miscellaneous things we need to tackle here as well. But today is the day, boys. We are getting our first startup on this car, and hopefully everything goes to plan. It should. I don't see anything happening, but you never know. It's a fresh build. We might have a few issues we need to fix. All right, guys, if you guys have been following along the build, you guys have seen us get a ton of parts over from Rally Sport Direct, and it is now Black Friday, which means they're having their huge sale on all of their products. Make sure to go check out the website. If you guys have been eyeing out parts to get for your car, now is the time to buy it. Make sure to use code Remmy STIBF. I'll put it on screen here so you don't misspell it. Check out the website and make sure to comment down below what you pick up for your car. And happy holidays. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. First things first, let's go ahead and unbox this box. I believe this is our fuel rails. If so, I want to get those taken out, put in the car with the new injectors, get all of the wiring plumbed up, and then we can make our way to the exhaust system. Also, I'm sure one of you guys have already noticed this, my fancy intake. That is the one part that has still not showed up for this car, which is really unfortunate. So I just threw on a baby 3-inch turbo guard. Just for now, we can get a first start without our intake plugged in, but yeah, we're still waiting on our intake, unfortunately. And with any unboxing, that leaves a ton of garbage that we need to now dispose of. But take a look at these parts. It's so exciting unboxing new parts. I feel like a kid on Christmas right now. This is my Christmas. But here we go, our IAG fuel rails, our Cobb downpipe, and our Goretti catback exhaust. Now, somewhere on this mess of a table are my injectors, and I have all of the plug-and-play harnesses as well. And then in this kit, it's going to obviously come with the hardware to bolt it up to the TGVs, but it also comes with these plugs. I've seen people time after time forget to put these in the bottom of the fuel rail, and they'll go to start their car and have fuel just spraying out. And I've been one of those people. So we're gonna make sure we get those plugs in, but then it also comes with spacers. And truthfully, I'm not quite sure which size I need to use. I'm thinking that these depend on the injectors and how big they are. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, so we have to play around and see what spacers are gonna fit our fuel rails and our injectors. And there we go, we have our passenger side fuel rail fully hooked up. And truthfully, that was a lot more of a pain with everything assembled than I thought it'd be, but we got it done. But looking over here, it looks like our driver's side is going to be a lot easier. I'm getting quite flustered trying to get this fuel system hooked up. And a couple of videos ago, I showed you guys that the fuel lines I'm using were from my old setup on my VA, so the lengths and stuff are a little bit different. I am trying to connect my feed line, and there just isn't. I need like a millimeter more line. I'm trying to thread this on, and as you guys can kind of maybe see, it is at an angle, and I am not able to pull enough to tighten it, and I've been probably doing this for like 20-ish minutes now. I kind of wish I just built brand new fuel lines for this thing, as I have everything here for it. I was just trying to save a few bucks, and I guess it's kind of biting me in the butt right now. And there we go. Right after I picked up the camera to talk to you guys, telling me I've been struggling putting this line on, I got it on like butter. There we go. We got the line all tightened down. It still is a huge pain to deal with. I still wish I built fuel lines, but we got it to work. Thanks to you guys. And then I think we're gonna mount our fuel pressure regulator right there. I already drilled out this hole a little bit, so it now fits the bolt that will go into the chassis. And there we go, we have our fuel pressure regulator all plumbed up. Now I just have to figure out which color code corresponds with the feed and return. I don't wanna mix those up and have a car that won't run. Well, this is how today has been going so far. We went to rebleed the slave since I lost all pressure in the system, and this just shot out of it. I've never had that happen. This is a brand new slave. Yeah.
Oh. There might be a bolt I'm missing for my drain, my oil pan. I only have one bolt. Shoot!
These oil pans, there's 2 drain bolts. Really one for you have like oil temperature, or any oil sensor. I only have the drain bolt. I can steal this one.
There you go.
I don't know where my downpipe hardware is. I have a feeling I threw it away. I found him, don't worry. It was right in front of my face. Confusion. Is this recording?
Yeah.
This is why the EPA sucks. I've not ran a catted downpipe in a very long time, but now with the new like EPA shit, look at that. What? Can you see it? Is it focused?
Yeah.
That's gonna restrict so much power. Damn, I've never seen a cat before. All my cars have been just like straight piped. Ooh. This sucks. You know what would help? If we put the downpipe gasket on.
Such a good view.
Huh. Huh. Double, huh?
I have no idea where that bracket is.
So what I'm talking about is right between the bend from the turbo that goes to your catback. There's a bracket that your downpipe bolts onto. That bracket's non-existent. So I'm trying to find that. There we go. One more tight. No, that is so tight on there. It is now the next day. I was really trying to get the first shot up for you guys yesterday. Yesterday was just a complete shitstorm. I've not been feeling well at all, so that did not help. But I was missing a few important sensors, my front O2 and my rear O2. Those are very critical sensors, especially on first startup. I need to be able to monitor everything that I need to, but we just found some sensors and we got those placed on. Now I promised you guys a first startup in today's video, and don't worry, you guys are still going to get that, but let me be the first to say that this is kind of a less than ideal first startup. There is still tons of stuff that I'm now realizing I don't have for this car that I'm still waiting on to come, but we have everything to at least start this car in a healthy manner. There's nothing that's going to cause any damage to us. but there's a lot of things here that I wish I had that we could button up before the startup, but those parts are still a while out, guys. One of them being this blow-off valve. I absolutely hate the HKS blow-off valve. Sorry if you guys like those. I have a Cobb bypass valve coming, but obviously I don't want to leave a gaping hole in our charge pipe system. So I bolted this on there just for now, so when we do go to start this, I don't have any huge leaks. But I apologize, I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, and that is one, I had someone at the shop yesterday, so it was kind of just goofing around, as you guys know how it is when you have people at your shop when you're trying to work. It was a fun time though. You guys got to see some stuff behind the scenes that you guys normally wouldn't see, but I've also been feeling like crap, but I need to get this video posted for you guys, and I really want to see the first startup, and hopefully everything goes well. As we're about to go ahead and install our Greddy catback exhaust, I went through and removed the remaining crusty exhaust hangers that were all cut up. And I went to put on our new Torque Solutions one, and it never ceases to amaze me how it can mess up the smallest and simplest of things. I ordered the wrong exhaust hangers. These are 12 millimeters, and this is for an 08 plus. I thought they were all the same. Apparently they are not. The hole diameter is like twice or half as small as it should be. So unfortunately, we can't install the catback, but we can at least start it with the open down pipe. And I guess if I would have just looked at the package, it clearly says 08 through 13 STI. Even though I feel like it should be 08 through 14 at least. Weird. But right now we have our jump pack charging, as it was completely dead, and it still is dead. It's still only, it just hit 2 bars. But I don't think that's gonna be enough for us. This battery is completely dead, and since we do have to flash a map on this car that takes a good amount of power, the last thing I wanna do is break this ECU and can't start this thing. But I did go through and replace all of the battery terminals as well, as all of the old ones were very corroded and gross. With these new ones, it looks a million times better. I'm still sketched out about the plug that I used. Hopefully that doesn't leak on us. As a case of this stuff now is like 66 bucks, which is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I forgot. I almost just filled this thing up the old traditional way, but I forgot. Times have changed. I don't know if I've shown you guys this. I have a fancy oil funnel. And what we're gonna do here is it just threads right onto where your oil cap will go. And then you pour it into the funnel, and it's a leak-free solution. We grab our quart. This is so cool. We just got these 6 quarts of VR1 put in this car. So far, we don't have any dry leaks, which is a good thing. Now, let's go ahead and put some coolant in her. Well guys, the time is here. We have oil in the system. We do have coolant. I did end up running out. I thought 2 quarts was enough. So we are pretty low. This car is not gonna be running for that long at all, as we're still missing some parts, but we are ready to start this thing up. And I can't lie, I am pretty damn anxious. I'm hoping everything works and we don't have a ton of leaks and problems that we have to go ahead and chase. And before we turn her over completely, what we did is we unplugged the crank position sensor. That way we can turn this over without it actually running, build some oil pressure, plug it back in, and then this thing should fire right up. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, I just had a panic attack. That noise scared the crap out of me. That was because the car is in gear. The slave is still not bled. Yeah, it is now in neutral. Let's try that again. And our jump pack died. Well, since we already went through 2 jump packs, I don't want to wait another couple hours for those to charge. We have Bo's truck outside and we're gonna jump this. I also figured out our issue with it not starting. I did end up having our fuel line swapped. It actually looks much better this way. So with that fixed, we should have fuel to the car and this should be able to start. I don't even know what to.
Well, I thought you were kidding.
No, no.
I thought that was like a spare key or something.
No, it's the only key for this thing. Holy shit. Okay, so I knew this was an issue. Whoever programmed this remote start did it weird, and you have to turn off the car on the remote. The remote is dead. So, yeah, that was scary. Damn. That needs to go. Perfect way to end off the video. Holy shit. God, at least there was coolant in here.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we got fixed.